Ever try to be mindful, but you get frustrated with yourself because you forget to be mindful? Yeah, totally get that. That's definitely a thing. Hey there, it's Todd from Mental Events. If you're looking to learn more about what mindfulness means and how to incorporate a mindful approach in your life, you're exactly where you need to be. So stay tuned as I'll break down my very own definition of mindfulness and how it can be applied to your life right now. Like, right now. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to the Mental Events channel just yet, worry not. There's still time. So when you get a sec, go ahead and hit that bell to get notified every time I post a new video. All right, let's do this. Hey, strange question. It just came to me. I'm wondering, but how many thoughts do you think you've had so far today? Like, how many thoughts? How many thoughts do you think you've had so far today?
I guess I've never thought about that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
That's funny.
why do you ask?
Oh, no reason really. Just
Okay.
curious.
What
just
is
curious. Okay, well, since you asked, I bet you can't accurately count the number of thoughts you have in, let's say, the next minute.
What? I'm not going to try and count my thoughts.
Well, I bet you can't do it. Okay, then I'll time you for a minute, and every time you have a thought, just write down the number, and
All
we'll go
right.
from there. Simple enough. Cool.
Okay. You really need to stop. You really need to stop staring at me while I'm doing this.
Oh, add that one.
Seriously?
That's another thought. Those two, right? So you might be wondering how any of that has anything to do with mindfulness. And that's a fair question. Well, think about it. Much of our day we're blindsided by automatic thinking. So much so that we're unaware that we're even thinking about thoughts. And when we're lost to mindless thinking, we miss out on what else is actually happening in our lives. A simple example I try to remember every day is just noticing the movement of my breath. Think about it. The breath is in constant motion, providing you with life, yet we tend to go an entire day without noticing whether we're breathing in or breathing out. Mindfulness offers us a way to wake up to the present moment, not only with what's happening in our minds, but within our bodies and the external world as well. So come to think of it, being that mindfulness might be a new idea or concept for you, I don't want to make any assumptions, I'm wondering what it means to you, or whether you've experienced any mindful moments in your life. So just drop by the comments section below and let me know. Make sure to use the hashtag Mental Events. I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Please do. So for starters, mindfulness means paying attention to your life in a simple and direct way. It's about cultivating a still presence within yourself and noticing how your mind is constantly wandering from one thought to the next.
I wonder if this lotion tastes any good.
I should drink this hot sauce. Jury duty. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? What? Who? While there are many definitions and teachings on mindfulness out there, I'd like to share my definition with you, and then we can break it down together. Ready? Great. So mindfulness is a simple, deliberate activity, an about face to an unaware life. It means taking responsibility for observing the habitual patterns of your thoughts and feelings while recognizing and disarming judgment about them. It is an intention to realize your present state in each emerging moment. Hold on. Where are you going? Mindfulness isn't that complicated. I swear to God, I promise. Just hang tight. Let's break this down together. 1. An about face to an unaware life means deliberately turning to face what is present. Maybe it's a specific thought or feeling. You acted selfishly yesterday and you feeling pretty embarrassed. You know you can't avoid me forever. I know you can hear me. It's true. I know. It's true. I know. So instead of avoiding or resisting what's already present, an about face aims to make contact with the present moment. 2. Taking responsibility for observing the habitual patterns of your thoughts and feelings is about making the choice that only you can make. And that choice is about noticing and observing all too common patterns of thoughts and feelings that cycle through your mind on autopilot, rent-free. These thoughts can cause all kinds of problems, keeping you stuck in a feedback loop of boredom, anger, apathy, denial, and plenty of others like doubt. You don't have time for a run. It's cold out. You'll fall.
3.
Just stay in and watch Netflix.
4.
Going for a run is boring. Man, really? The excuses. Making this choice means taking the time to become aware of your most habitual thoughts and patterns of thinking that you tend to find yourself avoiding or rejecting, gravitating toward, or even becoming stuck in. 3. So while we can't stop judgment from entering our minds, we can learn to disarm the power that judgment has over our lives. Instead of giving judgment carte blanche power over how we make decisions or behave, we do retain the inner authority to recognize when judgment is happening. Go give that guy a piece of your mind. Do it! He deserves every bit of it. Why isn't this line moving any faster? You've got stuff to do, man. We can disarm judgment simply by noticing how it's impacting the here and now, and then step back from automatically reacting to it and believing all that chatter that's happening in the mind. 4. The intention to realize your present state in each emerging moment is to practice bringing a mindful awareness to this moment, to be present in order to do what truly matters in your life. I find that the mind is pretty much always willing to trade in the present moment for another time in the mind, moments long gone, or those that haven't even manifested yet. The intention to realize your present moment is inhabiting just this moment, not ruminating over what could have been or should have been, or what might happen in your future that's out of your control. It's just this moment. Hey, wait, what is this? This isn't supposed to be some sort of news segment. You're interrupting us. We have an official tally from that earlier thought count, and I have to tell you, it's really something. After putting their heads together, they figured it out. A modern miracle. What? The total number of thoughts thought just in 1 minute alone. The number was staggering. The fact that they were even able to count all those thoughts, you're kidding. It was quite the feat. They didn't count up thoughts, let alone count up an accurate tally here. They're claiming to have set a new world record. Actually, they said, and I can quote their statement, through careful recount, a new intergalactic record of conscious thought has been set. We've figured it out. Results are out of this world. All right. Enough of this. You're interrupting us. Besides, you can't actually count your thoughts accurately. There'd just be more thoughts that you'd be thinking and whatever. Back to the matter at hand. Sorry about that. Okay, one takeaway and then one simple skill and we're out of here. So one takeaway. Becoming mindfully aware in the present moment, it isn't difficult. It's the staying in the present that takes continued attention. This is where the work and practice of mindfulness lies. Because if there's one thing we know about the mind, it's that it'll always produce one more mindless thought aimed to distract you from this moment and this moment. And as chaotic or unpleasant as thoughts can get at times, the mind has never been introduced to a thought that it wouldn't entertain. Seriously, we need to remember that the mind will repeatedly become distracted, and that those distractions left unchecked will interfere with your deepest dreams and aspirations. Just know that you're not doing anything wrong when the thinking mind takes over. That's just what the mind does. It throws thoughts at you. So practice bringing your attention back to this moment and this moment. So one simple skill. So an exercise that I like to try and incorporate on a daily and an hourly basis is just a simple breathing exercise intended to bring my attention back to the present moment. And full disclosure, I don't always remember to do this. But when I do, it's kind of like catching the mind in a game of hide and seek. So let's try it out. So what I want you to do is simply bring a conscious awareness to your breath. And as you do so, just notice where your breath is presently at and how it's constantly moving through you. And so just ask yourself, am I currently breathing in or breathing out? Or is my breath in between the breath, where it's static, going from in to out and out to in? And then as you become aware of the changing position of your breath, let the constant movement become your focus, and just noticing where the breath is moving. Breathing in, breathing out, or in between the breath. So that's it. This constant movement is happening at every single moment of your life. We can go days without knowing where the breath is, or even inhabit one conscious breath. Just ask yourself, was I breathing in or out yesterday? Was I even aware of whether I was breathing in or out yesterday? And so we should be grateful for the breath. Without it, you wouldn't be watching this. I really hope you can have fun with these simple practices. And if you're interested in receiving a free mindfulness mini course to further get your practice off the ground, I've added the link below to access my free At Ease Mindfulness mini course to support your first steps toward becoming a more mindful and happy person. And if you enjoyed this video, awesome. Let me know by giving a like below, subscribe and share it with your friends. And don't be afraid to add a comment below with your takeaways and how this video resonated with you. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and just remember, those thoughts of yours, they're not always the same thing as facts. They're mental events.